all individual things on Club Central.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and all of you potential Toastmasters out there. Welcome to our show. This is Wake Up with Toastmasters. I am your District 115 Club Growth Director, Ken Richardson. And with me today is my co-host, Distinguished Toastmaster, past District Governor, Phyllis Tribby. Good morning, Phyllis.
Good morning, Ken, and good morning to our public out there. Welcome, everybody. See that Ken is checking our Facebook page to be sure that we're live, and we're looking for questions, comments, or just say hello. We see you.
Exactly. We're always grateful for folks who drop in and offer their comments or have questions. And today, I think we're going to have an interesting look at branding. I know that's a topic that can sound, ew, I don't really want to talk about branding. But not something that you typically say, oh, gee, let's get excited about branding. But I can recall, I'm sure you can too, Phyllis, when it was kind of like the wild, wild west. And all of the clubs would use maybe a portion of Toastmasters logo or something, and then put in their own logo, you know? For example, in early risers, we would send flyers with, you know, the sun coming up and that kind of thing. And that kind of made us feel some ownership. But the problem with that kind of use of the brand, coupled with a sort of a non-approved logo or something like that, tends to dilute the brand. So you don't get the across-the-board recognition that the marketing folks tell us. We need to be consistent with that and have consistency throughout all of our efforts, whether it is, you know, an open house or whether it's simple things like an agenda for the meeting or an announcement about a special event, or any of that has to be properly branded. So over the past, I don't know how many years, branding has become a topic. And we have discussed a little bit about that at a previous show where we were going through the TI website. But today I thought it would be worthwhile to spend some time taking a look at all the tools and resources that are under the branding portal on TI website, and then share with our viewers, you know, where to find some of this stuff so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I know that I have on occasion thought, oh, I need to create this flyer, or I need to create this announcement, or what have you, and I'll try to reinvent the wheel. And now I discover that there's something already there that is real easy to use, that makes my life a little bit easier. So what I want to do is, let's see if I think I have this set up. We'll find out here in a moment. Of course, it's not where it's supposed to be. So bear with me a second. I'm sure I'll get there.
I see Jennifer has joined us on Facebook. Good morning.
Oh, great. Good morning, Jennifer. Let me see if I can get this all sorted out. Here we go. All right, I'm going to be sharing our screen. I know Jennifer will be disappointed I don't have a PowerPoint.
Me too.
But we are going to use the TI website. That'll be our PowerPoint for today. Okay. And I want to show everybody where they should go to look for useful materials that they can customize for their club. And if you go under Leadership Central and then go under Brand Portal, it's one of those things that's often overlooked, and we'll just kind of explore it a little bit. Now, leveraging the brand, I don't want to talk much about that. That's kind of a dry discussion. If you're a marketing person, you'll love that. But I do want to show folks some of these other tools that are really quite terrific and fun to use. The first thing you might want to look at is the brand manual. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see, here's the manual. Can you see that okay?
Yes,
Okay,
it's large enough.
it is large enough. Very good. Now this is 20 or so pages. Hopefully it's still visible. Are we still good?
Yes.
Okay. This is about, well, I'm sorry, about 37 pages. And I'll just show you the contents here of things that you can do that will help you create great flyers, even a great web page and what have you for your club, business cards and everything you can imagine. So this is the contents, and it talks about visual guidelines, the branding platform. You can download this, read it, everything that you can think about that you might want to customize, even things like down here at the bottom on standards and procedures, video guidelines, apparel guidelines, a gavel club. It's just a wealth of information for the things that you can put together. So I would encourage every club VPPR to download the brand manual and take a look at things that you might be able to use. We won't go into great detail there because there's so much back on the other page I want to get into. So that's under the brand manual. Now look at this, branded business cards. We all need business cards. And I think one of the things we did in my club that was helpful, this was of course pre-pandemic, was we had some business cards made, and you can download these. These are all free. The only thing you need to do is get some maybe heavier stock for your printer, the Avery Labels or one of the apps has a business card format. And with this one, you can select, like here's one that has one that has your picture. You can get it in blue and maroon if you want them vertical, and it's all free. And what you can put on this card is, when does your club meet? Or if they're online, what's the Zoom link? And then when you're out at lunch or somewhere, you have some new people and you're talking about Toastmasters, because I know that's what we all talk about at lunch, right? Is Toastmasters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you'll have a card available to hand to them. And on the back, you can put when your club meets, where it meets, any Zoom link or your Facebook page, whatever you want that will help a potential member find your club. So downloading business cards it's inexpensive. Like I said, this is all free. You can customize it the way you want, even upload a photo. See in all of these, not all of them, but they have the photo or non-photo options. So I highly recommend that you do that as part of promoting your club and yourself, getting to know people out in the community who might have an interest in joining Toastmasters. So that's a terrific tool. You have any comments or thoughts about that, Phyllis?
Well, I'll say that the business card material comes pre-cut or at least perforated. So once you print it, all you have to do is just kind of break it out and you have your business cards ready to go. So it's not like you have to have a special cutter to cut these apart. They are perforated and it's very easy to do. And I'm recommending that each time you change officers, give each one of your officers a few new cards so they can pass them out and say, I'm the president now.
Exactly. And Jennifer says, you can save these cards in your photo folder on your PC, and then you can text or airdrop them, she says. That's a term I'm not familiar with. Airdrop them to prospects or send them through text. But yeah, that's a great way. And as you said, Phyllis, as you move through the leadership up through president, VPE, whatever it might be and beyond, you can print new cards very easily and use them as a promotional tool. The other thing I want to show you here, stationery templates. It's opening up here. It's a little slow this morning. It hasn't had enough caffeine either. Excuse me.
Well,
So
I'm
let's take-
surprised. Mine has to warm up too. I don't understand it. I, turn it on, turn it off, and finally comes on to what I want.
I know it's crazy sometimes. Sometimes it's really quick,
Yeah.
and there's no one else in the house. I have two computers, as you know, set up, but it's just me on the Wi-Fi, so it ought to be better. But anyway, let's take a look at some of the stationary options and opportunities that you can find here. For example, executive club meeting minutes. These are downloadable templates that will help guide you through writing the minutes. If you're a club secretary or you're filling in for a club secretary, if you don't have a standard format that you use, this is a fantastic tool that you can use to develop executive club meeting minutes. Club meeting agendas. And this one I've used before, and it's customizable. So if you look, I don't know if folks can see it, but down the left side of this stationery, you can plug in your club officers. And it looks very, very professional. And it's really a good tool that helps guide you on how to format your club meeting agendas. Now, admittedly, it's not for every club. I do use Free Toast Host. Is that, do your clubs use that as well, Phyllis?
Absolutely. But if we're having a specialty meeting like an open house, this is a great agenda to use. And it's also one that you can put on Zoom if you have Zoom visitors.
Exactly. And like I said, the good thing about it is you can customize it for your club so that all of your officers get recognition. You put your club meeting location or your Zoom link, and it's really, really good. Downloadable, free of charge. You can print it out, modify it, customize it any way you want. This next item here is club meeting invitation. These are templates that allow you to send a special invitation. You can do either a digital file through a text or an email, or you can download the file and print it out. And this is like getting a custom invitation here to a meeting. So let me see if I can download this real quick so folks can take a look at it.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice.
There you go. So this is a really nice standard size invite, and this is a fillable PDF, so you can put in to whom you want it to go to, when and where, and RSVP, and then a little bit about Toastmasters. All of the tools that we're looking at today are sort of quick and easy, and they don't cost anything, but they can have a tremendous impact in terms of promoting your club, because it helps your club to be seen as extremely professional. Here's club meeting minutes. I mentioned club executive committee. Here's standard club meeting minutes, district meeting minutes, which Cynthia might find useful, although we have used kind of a format similar to this. Email banners, things like if you want to have your email banner for your club or district emails, it's right here.
Well, that might be interesting. Can we see that?
Absolutely. Let's pull this up. Okay, it didn't download it to mine. Hold on a moment here. If this will open. There we go. So this is something you can paste. Can you see that?
No, it didn't come up.
It didn't come up. Okay. Let me hold on a minute. I'll have to stop share for a second and then see if I can go back to this.
Yeah, when we're sending out emails, especially to new people that have wanted to join or wanted to visit, I think this would be great. And I've not seen it done before. So
yeah, this is basically a PNG file, which is like a picture or a JPEG file that you can download and put at the top or the bottom of your email. to sort of promote Toastmasters. And let me see, I'm going to just, let me go back to where we were. Okay, we're not done yet, but you just have to jump through a few hoops in order to share the screen. This is one of the things, we should be back here.
Yep, we're back.
Okay. One of the things about Zoom that I've learned is it will, depending on the file that you're trying to share on screen, you have to jump through a couple of hoops. So you have to stop share and then reshare. So anyway, and just plain letterhead, simple letterhead, you can download that. And then there's a second. See if I can get this up. Okay, we're loading. This is one that is great if you're meeting in person. Well, even if you're not, I suppose you could. You do have nameplates on Zoom. You can see mine says, District 115, yours says Phyllis. But in person, these name tents, and these are also fillable files that you can, when you download it, you can fill in the name, choose the font and what have you, and then it folds and it forms a little name tent. And it's great for when you do have visitors. I suggest that you always have all your members' names so your visitors can help them remember who's who, and then have a few blank ones so you can put the visitors' names on there with a marker or something like that. Any thoughts about that?
I never thought about using it, but I could see how it would be a great idea in your home club. In fact, I've been in clubs where I think that the members themselves would take it out of their collection of Toastmaster stuff and put it up on the desk. But maybe the president carries it or the sergeant at arms carries it. And if there's a visitor, then everybody gets a name tag, because it's, we always ask the visitor to put on a name tag, and we ask them to state who they are and how they came to Toastmasters. But that doesn't help the member get to know them, but it doesn't help them get to know the member. So
exactly.
Yeah, if there is a name tag out, then they're going to know who they're talking to also. Because frequently Toastmasters do not wear their name tags.
Well, and the other problem with name tags, because we used to have name tags in my home club, Early Risers, and they're small and you kind of have to, okay. You can't always see them. With these, with a tent, the name tent, they're much larger. You can use a very large font on these and people can see them better. So I think they hopefully engage your visitors a little bit better when they say, oh, Phyllis, you're Phyllis, got it. So I highly recommend that. If your club has a newsletter, there are newsletter templates that you can use. If you are designing a PowerPoint, my favorite, you can download these PowerPoint templates in either burgundy or blue or navy, and voila, you can create a PowerPoint that basically you have a customized framework using the Toastmasters approved brand to make that happen. So it's really, really good. Let me get back here now and see what else we can explore. If I can get back to where I was. One more click, I hope. There we go. Okay. Now, so we've talked about the brand manual. We've talked about business cards, stationery. Let's take a look at some of these marketing resources that we could download and use to help promote our clubs. So again, we go to the resource library. Let's say you want to post something in at the library or at a local business. Here's an ad that you can download, and it's, this is Find Your Confidence, Find a Club. You can customize it for whatever your club meets. You can download brochures. Here's a flyer about how to be a better leader. And it's basically a promotional. Now, what we used to do when we were having an open house, we met in person, we would make up a flyer and deliver it to businesses close, within a couple of blocks of our meeting location to try and encourage getting attendance. This is the same idea, but it's very professional, and you can customize it. Let's see, I'll see if we can view this without having to go through too many hoops. Oh, we're going to go through that, but take a look at it. It's the verbiage is good, got a great professional picture, and all you got to do is fill in the information on where your club meets or what the event is. Billboards. Now, none of us have the money for a billboard, but if we did, maybe if the district was able to put together some funds, then we might want to look at a possible billboard. One of the things that people get a little confused about, and I ran into this, we're in contest season, and people were saying, well, can't we get our own trophies? Well, not really. There is you can have a vendor apply to be an approved vendor, but I have to say the process is pretty laborious, and most vendors are probably don't want to go through that. But this is a brand trademark design standards, and you have to get approval from TI for that, but it's there. And again, I'm not going to go through all this, but I want you to look down here. You see down at the bottom, there's like 11 pages of resources. So we'll just take a look at a couple here. I'm going to go to the next page. Here's a club marketing guide. This is another great outline available for marketing materials, tells you what you can use to help market your club. And again, you can use these tools either online on your social media outreach or on your Pre-Toast Toast page. And again, some of these are repetition, but you can go through all of these and just find a wealth of materials. And it's not going to, well, it's going to cost you for printing and reproduction of the flyer or what have you, but that's far cheaper than it would be if you were looking at another mechanism for creating marketing tools. So I would encourage all of our viewers to go through here, take a look at some of these things, just explore. I'm loading up another page just to sort of see what's there, and then we'll go back and look at one last section there I want to review, if my computer will catch up. Okay, again, brochures. If you want brochures, develop your leaders from within, a PowerPoint even. Now this, unlike the blank PowerPoint we were talking about before, which is totally customizable, this is developed by Toastmasters to help in a presentation for mainly a corporate club, if you're looking at a corporate club. So again, features and benefits, things that promote Toastmasters and hence your club, club practices, and it just goes on and on. I don't want to go into too many details there on that because we're going to be running out of time, but I want to go back to Brand Portal to where we started and do one last little section. There we go. And here are website templates that you can use, and design your own custom website. And it uses WordPress, which is the same website design tool that we use for the D115. But what I wanted to get to was logo and design elements. I'm going to click on that. And these are different logos that if you're creating, say, a custom PowerPoint or something custom on your promotion. So for example, if you want to download a color, can you see that? Did that come up okay?
Yes, very good.
Okay. There it is. Yes. This section within the brand portal allows you to download and use different kinds of logos. So this is a full color. Let me close this a minute. Suppose you want a black and white or grayscale. Let's pull that up. There you go. You've got it. You don't have to fight anything else. You've got all the logos and design elements that you need to customize whatever it is you're presenting. You just, as long as you're within the brand parameters that Toastmasters sets out, you'll be fine. So again, I won't go through all of this, but here are the Pathways logo, Gavel Club logos in different colors. And here's a social media cover, Facebook cover. So it's just a wealth of information that all of our clubs have access to that they may not have realized before. So my message, let's see if we have any questions. No questions there. But my message to all of our viewers and people who are looking at this later is go under Leadership Central Brand Portal and explore. Take a look at all of those. I mean, we barely touched the surface on all of those. As you can see, it just goes on and on. You can even download pictures. You know, they're kind of canned pictures, yes, admittedly, but some of them are quite good to help you design like a PowerPoint or a flyer or customize whatever it is you need for your club. What do you think, Phyllis? Would this help you at all as a club president or VPPR?
Well, it's certainly a lot to look at. And I think so. Everybody needs new ideas. We've been doing it a long time. I've been at it 25 years. I need new ideas. And this portal seems to be able to give us those ideas, things that maybe I'd not thought of before. We all have our ideas of what our club wants to get across to other people, to get them to come to our club rather than some other club. But the blank sheets and are, I think, great idea starters.
Yes, and if by chance you find yourself in a situation where you have to change your venue, and that happens on occasion, it's easy to fix and update. And everything from your website to your emails to flyers and name tents and business cards, all of that is, you know, just as flexible as it can be within the brand portal. Well, I hope that our viewers will take advantage of what's out there that's free to them as Toastmasters, particularly our leaders and presidents and VPEs and VPPRs. I do want to wrap up. I know we've got a couple of minutes left here, reminding everyone that it is contest season. And we have some wonderful contests. The last 2 Saturdays, I've been to different contests, and it's just been a lot of fun to sort of get back together and help out in competitive speaking. So coming up this Saturday, March 19th, all of the areas under Division A, A1, 2, 3, and 4, will hold their contest. And the address is 2285 Corporate Circle, Suite 130 in Henderson. Doors open at 8 a.m. So our 2 contests this year are the evaluation and the international. And all of Division A, the areas in Division A will have their contest this Saturday. The other one that's going on, you know, we don't often, maybe as often as we should, mention the new part of our district, Southern Utah. And that area up there, that's area B4. And this Saturday, a little later in the afternoon. So it is possible to go to both. I know this because I'm going to both. And that contest is in St. George, Utah. And let's see, it's at 3:30 Mountain Time, so 2:30 Pacific Time. So we should have enough time to wrap things up. And it's at the St. George Chamber of Commerce. If you need a ride, lots of people are going. Excuse me, I'm going. So you can actually hit all of the Area A contests and then still go to B4 in St. George. So if you need information on any of these contests, we still have after that, areas C4, D1, a few more coming up. Culminating April 23rd is Division A and B, and then April 30th, Division C and D contest. And of course, the district contest, save the date, is May 14th. We're going to be meeting at the Hampton Inn, which is the one off of near Tropicana and Dean Martin. We've met there before a couple of times. It's got a little convention center. So more information will be coming out on that in the near future. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email, d115cgd@gmail.com. Did I leave anything out, Phyllis?
Well, maybe you did, but we'll talk about it next time. Okay.
Excellent. Thanks everyone for joining us today. I hope you learned a little something more about the things that TI can provide for your club to help you promote it. And we will see you again on Thursday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.